Hey guys, welcome to my third episode. Where what I'm going to try this week is not stop and start and try again. I'm just going to try to do it all the way from the beginning. So this time I'm going to talk about this past weekend's games. Great weekend of rugby. So I'll start with that, and then I'll do the predictions for the following week. So this last week we had the Hurricanes versus the Blues, 41-34 to the Hurricanes. Great to see Ben Smith and Aaron Smith back. I think I really rate Ben Smith. Aaron Smith is just phenomenal. It's just amazing how fast he can. He obviously gets that ball out, and what I've noticed is how flat the New Zealand sides play and how fast they play at the game line, and they're always hitting the line at speed, and it's amazing because obviously then the defenders have to make decisions a lot quicker, and they make the mistakes, the holes appear, and you end up with these really big scoring games. And it's amazing. I was watching a premiership game, and the score was 31-30, I think it was, for Sale Sharks and Bath. I could get the games wrong there, and they were complaining about these high scores. So obviously the defence wasn't that great, and it's amazing. You can watch a New Zealand derby and the scores will be 40-30, and the defence is good and the attack is good. So it's quite strange. But I thought the Blues might take that, but I'm glad that the Hurricanes did. But yeah, it's good to see Ben Smith back. Next game was the Rebels versus the Reds. I didn't watch this game, but I wasn't expecting the Rebels to win, but they did. So, and convincingly. So 26-point differential is pretty good. Also, when you lose in Super Rugby, it's very important to get the bonus points. So with the Blues, at least they got a bonus point in their loss. And especially when you play away, the chances of winning away are so remote that at least you can go for the bonus point. The Brumbies versus the Sunwolves, I did predict that the Brumbies would win, but at least the Sunwolves did get a bonus point. The Crusaders versus the Chiefs, this was the game I was looking forward to the most. And I must admit that Crusaders outfit is just, they are absolutely amazing. You can see why they're defending champions, and they really ripped into the Chiefs. The next was the Waratahs versus the Stormers. I actually did think the Stormers might win this one, and in the death, bad decision making, and they lost the game. But at least they got the bonus point for the loss. Lions versus the Jaguares. Good grief, the Lions play the most unstructured. I must admit, sometimes it just seems crazy, the amount of the way how they're just passing and from the in goal area, and it's sometimes it would get a little bit frustrating because I'm one of those believers is that you got to earn your right to go wide, and they just seem to just pass and chuck and throw and just keep the ball alive, and all of them are doing it, forwards, backs. I'm sure the coach runs into the field and does the same. So, but they're playing such an amazing brand of rugby. It's just I've seldom, like last year they were playing good brand of rugby. This year it's so loose and so fast. I think they've got a few issues. Their scrum half, I think, with Faf gone, he just brought a different kind of dynamic to the team. I did write it down here. Mfiwe, I can't pronounce the name very well. 2 tries by him, but at pace, super fast pace. I think they've got so much arsenal in their back row that it's amazing. Last year we had the Springboks, and the whole season we were so worried about the back row. Now look at most of the Super Rugby teams, and they've got these rock solid back rows. And where were they last year? Maybe they just weren't selected or whatever. But I just think all the teams have great back rows at the moment. Then we come to the best game of the weekend, the Bulls versus the Hurricanes. I must admit the Hurricanes looked tired after the first 5 minutes. I don't know, maybe they were partying too much, or maybe too many bras or whatever, but they looked bushed. And credit to the Bulls, absolute credit to the Bulls. Their forward stepped up. I didn't know Jesse Creel could pass. I found out just by complete shock that offload was just amazing for the first try. The Lurt try was just, come on, there's something special about a forwards try, especially a type 5 try. But yeah, 21-19. But looking at the way that they're playing and the offloads, and it looks like John Mitchell is bringing a different kind of dynamic to the team. And it seems to be working. But it's still early days. I don't want to be the same kind of thing, even a broken clock's right twice a day. But I have a feeling I still just chilled, like in the first half when I can't remember his name, but their winger chipped over the top and scored the try. I thought, oh, here it comes. I remember the last 10 minutes I was jumping up and down, just freaking out. And then when we won the game, I think my whole neighbourhood heard that we won it. But not that I only support the Bulls. But yeah, I was super impressed. But that wasn't the only games of the weekend. There were some Six Nation games. And I always watch Ireland play. I think I was so impressed with Ireland this weekend. I look at the way that they play, and I think they are the most well-rounded of all the teams. I even think compared to New Zealand, they can play tight, they can play first channel, they can offload, they just seem that Joe Schmidt has brought something to that team that is just phenomenal. And whoever of the South African coaches ever said that CJ Stander is not big enough to play number 8 for the Springboks, what an idiot. CJ Stunder's had 57 carries, 3 games, 2.5 games actually, because he came off the bench. 57 carries. That's phenomenal, and we've lost a player like that forever. He's loved by Ireland, and he won't come back. I watched France versus Italy. I'm glad the French won, finally. Look, homophobic or not, Bastareaud at 130 kilograms is, jeepers, 130 kilogram centre is hard to stop. And I think he led that team well from the front. But I'm quite disappointed I missed the Scotland-England game. I watched the highlights, but you don't really get the same kind of feeling from the game. But yeah, I'm glad Scotland won. I don't think England are as bad as that. I think something just went wrong. And I'm sure Eddie Jones has got a plan to get out of it. But look, let's hope that Ireland take the Grand Slam and they win the whole they win the whole tournament. Okay, so let's go talk about this coming weekend. There's another 7 games. I'm just going to go through the list because I went through my Super Brew and I did all my predictions. So I'll just give you my Super Brew scores. So I've got the Blues versus the Chiefs. I've got the Blues by 10. I think the Chiefs have got way too many injuries, and I think the Blues are on the up. I just know that they are. I've got the Reds versus the Brumbies. I put the Brumbies by 5. I don't think the Reds are going to do well this season at all. The Sunwolves versus the Rebels. I've actually done the Rebels by 3, which makes it quite a tight game. But I think the Rebels have got good coaching. They've got some good players. Not that the Sunwolves don't, but I think it's going to be a tight game. The Crusaders versus the Stormers. No one's going to like this one, but I've put the Crusaders by 14. I think the Crusaders are very, very strong, and I think they're gonna wipe the floor with the Stormers. Then we've got the Sharks versus the Waratahs. The Sharks are at home, and I've got the Sharks by 7. I think the Sharks just had a thing with the Lions. They've had a bye, but I think they're a super strong team, and I think their back row is just phenomenal. They've got some great finishers, great centres that look on your arm. I think Robert Dupree is going to start playing a lot better. He's going to start taking charge. And I think with him and Kerwin Bosch, I think there's going to be great competition between the two. Then I'll go to the Jaguares versus the Hurricanes. I think the Hurricanes are hurting, but I think the Hurricanes by 7. Even though they're playing in South America, I just feel that the Hurricanes might be too strong for the Jaguares. And then the Bulls versus the Lions. I've got the Bulls by 3. I think it's going to be a tight game. People may think I'm delusional again, but last week everyone thought I was delusional, and we won. So last week I was, I think, 3 for 4, so 3 predictions I got wrong, 4 I got right. When I got to the Bulls game, I thought it would be the other way around, 4-3, but I'll say the Bulls by 3 versus the Lions. And if that happens, I think South African rugby is really, really on track. Yes, the Lions haven't played a New Zealand side yet, but I think if we've got the Bulls, the Lions, and the Sharks playing really, really well. We've got such a good pool of players, 120 players that we can choose from for the Springboks. And in my fantasy league, I'm 65th out of 208. So try this fantasy, but it's fantasy league at Rugby Pass. But that's my predictions for the week. I think I may, going forward, actually just do 2 videos a week, shorter ones. So just like a 5-minute on a Monday for the weekend's games, and on a Thursday the predictions, 3 minutes for the predictions. So keep the videos a little bit shorter. But thanks for tuning in, and if you like my channel, please like it. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe, and I'll chat to you guys in the new week. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.